God Over Money artist and CEO, creative director of Get Focused Production, joins us to talk about her upcoming album and the power, influence of art.
Wow.
Angie Rose drops debut album. A look at Rapzilla's Awards 2020. Parler app is back.
Parler.
Gil, I'm sure you're happy about that. ViacomCBS reports joining the streaming world with Paramount Plus. Buckle up.
Battle to the death, fighting till I take my last breath, till there's nothing left, till this flesh, till this past tense. Got up on the fence, henceforth this intense. I was lost, now a friend, now a force with the pen for the Lord.
What up, what up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Marrio Esco Live. I am your host, Marrio Esco, and alongside me is my good friend, co-host in the building. Thank God, Gil Vargas is here. That's not a jab at Jimmy, by the way. Jimmy,
of course it is. No.
Jimmy held it down last week.
Don't let him fool you before the show. So he's like, yo, thank God you came, bro, because that dude, he was a mess. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, were you making fun of my name tag, by the way?
Yes, I was. I'm like, this dude really feels that he has to put his name tag on the show that is called his name.
I'm excited. We got a special guest in the building. I'll announce him in a sec right after we shout out our listeners.
Yep.
Let me get the hand claps going for our listeners here. Shout out to our listeners. GH3 Radio, 520 Radio, God's Music Radio, SCM Radio, Redeem Project Radio. Shout out to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, The Unashamed Network, Godify. Shout out to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean. What's up? We love y'all. Be sure to check out D2LProductions.com. Man, them hand claps are really going, huh? You got me believing like there's an audience out here. Check out Me Live Picks.
You EQ'd them today.
On Spotify. Update that weekly. Give us a call at 774-243-0385. I keep talking about we're going to open the lines for people to call in. Gil, should we try to do that today? I don't know.
Hey, anybody want to call? Send us a message.
Recap last episode.
We'll put you on live, son. Live.
That's Not Bitcoin. We had our brother Jimmy Perez from That's Not Christian Podcast come through. Held it down. Gil couldn't make it. But I had a good time with Jimmy, man. That was dope. Shout out to That's Not Christian Podcast. We love you. Took a look at Disney's strategy with getting the most out of their stars. Should we do the same? Talked about the Parler app. Countering with lawsuit after being removed from app stores. Gil's favorite app.
Yep.
Really upset. I know he was really. You have some investments in Robinhood on that, right? Oh, you fasted. Okay.
To get the program back.
to get it back up
and I'm glad that it worked.
Oh,
because they're back.
We talked about Walmart joining the financial tech industry. I guess they're starting some kind of weird, I don't know, financial
they're taking over the world.
App or something. I don't know if it's investments or something. I don't know.
They're taking over the world.
Actually, they were reported that they were going to start this up, so there wasn't like an official announcement yet. So
they let everyone know they're taking over the world.
There you go. Yeah, you got it. Walmart's the market where the mark of the beast comes from.
It's definitely coming from Walmart.
It's coming from Walmart. And we have featured
They're going to pass it out in the form of a discount.
Gap Star St. Clair somehow featuring 1KP.
Meat is always expensive in Walmart.
And Paper Lave. Thank you, Jimmy, for correcting me last week. And Plain James Blue strips.
Yep.
So shout out to any of that interests you. Go check out episode 131. Shout out to Jimmy from
Super Dope.
That's Not Christian Podcast. Now.
And check out his Bitcoin podcast too, man. If you are interested in that, go back to the show and you can hear where it is. Bang. Marketing.
Dope. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the hand class going here. Let's get this started right. Super excited about today's guest. CEO and creative director of Get Focused Productions.
Let's get it.
Award-winning hip-hop artist and entrepreneur. Amplifier of the next generation of creatives at Young and Focused. God Over Money artist who just announced upcoming album Souls Acrylic. Ladies and gentlemen, AI, the Anomaly, is in the building.
Yeah.
What's good?
Yo. What's up? What is up?
And I want everybody to know, yes, her headphones match her outfit. I'm sure y'all were all wondering, and I'll just put that to bed. Yes, she's flossing. And they're beats. They ain't cheap.
Yo. It's facts.
He's giving a picture for the podcasters who can't see right now and just listen.
Yo, that's exactly why I did it.
She got the room backlit, like all like with the color
boss
coming
lady
in,
chair. That's all like CEO.
Dope video production,
sitting in the boss chair.
Top level. That's what's up, man.
That's right.
It's an honor to have you with us today. Real talk, sis.
Man, it's an honor to be here.
Facts.
I really appreciate this opportunity. I really do.
We appreciate you taking the time because I know you on demand right now. And we're going to get into why.
Facts. Congrats to you, too, as well, for getting the Women's Spotlight Artist of the Year, Rapzilla's 2020 Awards. Hand claps for that as well.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not only are you have this announcement rolling out, not only showing that, I believe you're the first God Over Money female artist, correct?
No.
I am.
First female artist with God Over Money. Hand claps for that. Let's take our time with this. Hand claps for that. Just announced a promo of your upcoming album. The first one with God Over Money as well. So hand claps for that. And I'm super excited about that.
Crazy.
And the rollout with the film production, Ryan Lamar, mainstream actors and whatnot. The production level is top level.
It's crazy.
It's disgusting.
Super
like,
dope.
It's crazy.
I was already putting it in my calendar like if it was a movie that was going to be coming out like, yo, baby,
coming to a theater near you.
Facts. I see people already saying like this better be episodic, and people are all excited about
it came out crazy.
Yeah, the unfolding or seeing more. So let me ask you, how are you feeling about all the excitement and all the attention you're receiving right now?
Man, it's great. You know what? Honestly, I'm just living over here. I'm just living in Buffalo. I'm just living in Buffalo, New York. Just doing my, just working and doing whatever I need to do.
Still going to Walmart like a normal person.
Man, this is normal. Normal.
So are you go ahead.
Honestly, I don't really live a normal life if you really think about it. But it's not. A lot of times people will see like these videos and see I want to bring in a certain perspective, right? Like I don't take myself that way. Like, oh yeah, I just put this just put this video out here and it's sweet and da 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 da. Like I'm sharing out here, man. Real talk, man. People will tell you from Buffalo, man. I love art. I love music. I love working with young people. I love working within my community, and that's what I do on a day to day. I'm not walking around here like some kind of extra like high and mighty person. Like, and then I want to stay in that space. I don't. It does feel good to be recognized. Of course, like in this entity. Because it showcases to me that, man, I worked hard. I worked really hard, and then I'm acknowledging my growth, and then now people are acknowledging my growth as well. And so that's always going to feel good. But, real talk, I'm Itina. I live in Buffalo, New York, on the east side, and, I just be, moving and shaking, trying to make the best of what I got, You
could tell you're a real artist because of that answer. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell that you're not in it for that. You're in it to really create art, and it's dope to see when someone like yourself, who is a true artist, gets that spotlight because it deserves it. You know what I mean? Like
and it is.
That music needs to be put out there, especially now. We got rocked in 2020. So the music is like, I feel like it's the best compliment to a year like this, where you can kind of zone out, forget about everything that's going on right now, and on top of that, to boot, is godly music. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's fire content,
Exactly.
artistically put together, and it feeds your soul. Can't get any better than that.
That's dope.
Exactly.
That's a dope answer. Now, I noticed that last year you put out 2 singles with God Over Money. I'm not sure. I don't believe you put out any further projects than those 2 singles. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Nope.
And then you jumped with the announcement into 2021 with this new album release. Was the album already ready to release in 2020, or was this all part of the plan to release these 2 singles in 2020 and then release the album?
Because I gotta say, I was like, yo, this rollout is genius.
Yeah, because it came like into this nice pocket,
fire.
right? It was
perfect.
like
Everything was just
right.
Like, boom, boom. Like if y'all
Like,
was snipers, y'all
like, timed it, planned it just right. Like, yeah, facts.
Man, so if anyone knows me, like I'ma just, all I can do is just keep it real, right?
Yeah.
So not necessarily was it the original thought, right? There's a lot of like ups and downs. There's a lot of like changes that have happened throughout this process. Excuse me. And sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches and be frustrated and be aggravated and annoyed about things that don't work out the way you want it to work out. But at the same time, just understanding that, like, I had to understand that I'm not always in control of everything.
Amen.
I just had to let go of some things. I don't want to be. I just had to let go and let God.
Yeah.
Even though,
why'd you have to say it with that voice? Let go,
even
let go.
because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Girl, you just gotta let go and let God. That's the child. You just because God is good all the time.
All the time.
You know what I mean? You just
the whole church all the time.
Right.
Like you
All
gotta,
the time,
you have to
right,
say it.
like,
And everybody's
man.
hot.
You can't drop the ball.
Everybody hot.
Everybody.
But they still,
always hot.
but the mother still got them big old hats on, hot as
Big
ever.
old hats. I don't even know why they got a fan.
child.
They could just take the hat
Man,
off, and
just
that
take
would
the hat off. Just
That's like a
take
fan
the
for
hat off.
yourself.
Man, but just ups and downs, trying to figure out like this whole process. I never been part of a movement in this capacity. I've always been I've been independent for since I started, and I'm used to moving and shaking, in a certain way. And so I had to, learn how to gel within the space that I'm in. And some things just didn't move like I felt they needed. I'm just being real. Like it didn't move like I felt like it needed to move, but I had
We all have those
to
moments.
respect the process.
Yeah.
And do what I need to do. But the project was done. The project has been done for months and months, It's just a matter of like everything else that comes with it. Like it's one thing to create music, right? And then it's another to really sit and like, yo, these are the visuals that we should create to these specific tracks. This is the marketing plan for this. This is how we're going to roll this out. This is how we're going to do this, this, and that. And you just got to sit and be patient and just roll with it. And I went with, with that, and then came up with the idea to drop Preach towards the end of the year. Thought it was a dope track to release, and it was just a real shocking, just to really just like reminding people like, yo, hey, what's up, y'all? I'm still here.
Yeah.
I was able to be real free within my bars. That beat was just like, man, it just allowed me to just go. That first verse, the majority of the verse is just freestyled. I literally went into the booth. My engineer, I blame it on my engineer, or y'all can thank my engineer, Carolina Blue. Because I was like, yo, man, this beat is so fire. I can't wait to just like go back and write to it. He was like, yo, just get in the booth. Like, quit fooling around. Get in the booth and just freestyle. I'm like, I don't know what's going to come out. I don't know. And then I went in there and I did that. So the beat allowed me to be free. But anyway, to your point, to the question, it wasn't planned.
Your reaction was perfect, because I'm following everything you're saying. So I start digging, looking and seeing a common theme in your art where you're reflecting your artistry to painting, and a canvas. You got the blank canvas. You got the this upcoming one. I'm sorry, what was it?
Souls acrylic.
Souls acrylic. Thank you. You got the
acrylic
the severed threads. You got, it's very like, I can see where you're going with it. It's like, for me, I don't even know. Sometimes I ask Gil, and I'm gonna be real too, because this is what we are, real talk. Sometimes I question every single podcast. I'm like, I don't know why I got a podcast. Because for me, the best way that I can actually communicate is when I'm alone with a beat and I'm wrestling with words. Like, that's the best way that I can communicate. It's like, why do I even do this? Because I don't communicate. This is not my main way to communicate. You know what I'm saying? So, but my love for the craft.
It is a constant complaint that we have that we never know.
Yeah, we need a translator. Like, we need somebody to.
And I speak Marrio, so I try to help.
It's like, so I feel like I'm freestyling every time I open my mouth on this podcast. It's like, what's the next bar? What's the next bar? No, but as you went from this question, and I saw you go right into how you were wrestling with that first verse and that first bar. It's like, I know I can hear the desire and the passion that you have for your artistry, and even in the way that you perform it. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. Have you gotten into that phase as an artist where you're learning yourself in the vocal booth and what you can do, like with the microphone and with plugins in the studio and stuff like that? Like,
it's been a process.
Have you gotten to that phase where you're like learning your like the way that you can convey not only through your bars, but how you convey it in the keynote, because I hear you singing in certain pockets. And then there's certain parts where you're like going off beat with this cadence. It's like this spoken word type swag, but somehow you're still nailing it in a way that's like, you want to imitate it, but you wouldn't dare. It's like, it's like, how is she fitting in these pockets? Like,
and you can hear the influences, like, and I'm not sure if this is your influence, but I could hear like a Erykah Badu like vibe, you know what I mean? And but you're mad lyrical with it, where Erykah Badu didn't have that type of rhyme. She spit every now and then.
She wasn't like a spitter,
but it was more like spoken word, where you're coming in with bars, but yet you still have that, like,
I can swag this over here. I can carry a note over here. I'm gonna have fun over here.
It's fire.
Really, really dope.
And what I like is that I wouldn't even consider you straight like MC only, because of how you carry your craft. Like, it's not strictly bars only, because you play with melodies, you play with your rhyme schemes, you have so much more to it that I feel like it's too simple to just say MC. Like, like, I feel that's why artist sounds better to me, because it's like, you're not one thing. You're not just a rapper, because you do sing. So does that mean you're a singer and a rapper? Like, that's way too much. I'm not going to be going in there and be like, I'm a singer, rapper, banjo player. Like, no, I'm an artist. Whatever you need, I can do.
Banjo player.
I went banjo because we've been going country this whole time. So now I'm in this country spirit. But yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody goes down the line of the things they do. They just like, I'm an artist.
Just got to say artist. Facts. It's true. It's factual.
I know you were introduced to writing at a young age as a way to deal with, past pain and trauma that you experienced in your life. Was it rap? Was it like immediate rap, or what were you writing at that time when you first got introduced to writing?
I was like 6. So I was drawing first, and then, drawing pictures that,
oh, that's dope.
I feel like told stories, because the counselor that I really wish I could remember her name, but I was labeled, me, my sister, and my brother were labeled emotionally handicapped. Like, it's on paper that we were labeled emotionally handicapped due to it. Basically, I'm over here looking for the paper. So I was looking at it the other day. I got this pink bag with all my paperwork from when I was a kid, and we were placed in the foster care. And my adoptive mother, who was our foster mom, she kept everything. And so I was looking at the different stuff, and I was reading it, and it's basically like saying, due to a circumstance that has happened in your life, you're going to have issues with coping and managing your emotions through, you know, issues and different things. It's going to be tough for you to,
Wow.
And so they labeled us that, and I was also deemed. They usually use the term. I don't know if they use it now, but back then they did, where it's failure to thrive due to the circumstances that you were in. It was the stories that my mother was.
They actually said you have a failure to thrive.
Yeah. It was deemed that I would be a failure to thrive because it was said that my mother was doing drugs while I was in her womb. So the way that I look at it, like, the people who deem me that, like, they truly believe, like, you know, it's not like it. I don't think it was said like, yeah, she's gonna be a failure to thrive. That's it. She's just not gonna be able to do anything.
Right.
It's
That's
just
what
like
I'm like, what kind of like doctor's
you know,
opinion
it's
is
just a
this?
term.
Like, you know what?
Right.
You are destined to be fat. I don't know. I'm gonna put that in the
It's
prescription.
crazy, right?
Like,
Isn't that crazy?
Like, you're
It's
destined
so
to fail.
crazy.
Like, what do you mean?
It's crazy that they slap these labels on kids. You don't know what could happen. Like, they couldn't imagine that a community would come together and like work on this little brown girl from the hood who was really, you know, a fighter. I fought a lot, and who was really rebellious. They had no idea what the arts could do, what faith could do, what people coming together to like really
real talk.
Cultivate something in somebody. Like, I wish they would slap labels on kids that said with assistance destined to thrive or destined to achieve. With these things, this young person is going to be able to do these things. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, like, it almost sounds like, well, this person is brain dead.
Yeah.
Therefore,
basically,
there's nothing left for me to do.
Which, what's crazy is the one I can't remember what the position of her was or whatever, but she asked my mother, which is my adoptive mother, just so you know, so it's not confusing. My biological mother died when I was 3. She died from an overdose. So my mom, she was asked if she was sure she wanted to take us in because of all of this stuff. She took 3 kids in, man. She fostered like over 30 kids.
And she's the one who introduced you to Christ, right? The word.
We was in church all the time. so yeah, but anyway, like, they asked her was she sure, and one of the things she said to us was, I'm confident I can. They said, are you sure you could do this? And she said, I'm confident I can. And she did that thing, man. And we need more of that.
Facts.
We need more of that.
man.
Yo, it was difficult fostering us, especially me, because I was a hot mess. I was a whole hot mess.
Crazy,
but anyway, back to
That's sad to hear
the
that
writing.
being just completely dismissed, and I hope and pray that that's not something that continues to still happen, because we have a lot more, like, you know, development in science and psychiatry and all these different things. So I hope they're not just straight dismissing people, because
Well, bro, you work for DYS, man, so you know how some of these people do.
Yes, but that's in the system like that. I'm talking about like in schools, like, you know, where these kids are coming in, like, you know, like her, like, she went to school and they were like, you know, based on these things, we're gonna deem you undestined to be anything in life.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, there's a lot of possibility in the world. Like, what do you mean?
Well, it's beautiful to see that somebody who came in and was like, I'm confident to do this, you know, is also somebody who introduced you to Christ and somebody who had the truth. You know,
goes to show too, you know, look at who you became. Like,
facts.
Obviously you were not destined to not be.
And then what's the beauty of it all is that, like, I've come to, in a sense, don't take this the wrong way, because I don't believe that it's right, and I don't think that it should continue. This labeling of youth.
Yeah.
You don't know what kids are gonna become.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm okay with it. I accept this. I accept it. No. I don't necessarily accept it. I understand it.
Right.
And I am happy that it happened because it's part of my story.
Facts.
And now I have this thing that I can share. This is what I do when I go speak with youth in different schools or different spaces, and I tell them my story. Like, I thank God for my story.
Right.
I thank God for the opportunity to be a servant to other people. I thank God for the experiences that I had, because I can speak to certain things within these young people and older people. I go into some of these schools and I'm speaking, and you know, I'll have young people come up to me and like, I remember, I'll never forget this one kid. He said, like, how did you get through it? Like, how did you get through all this to get to where you are right now? And this kid was like in 4th grade. And I said, you know what? Looked at him in his eyes and I said, I am getting through. It's not that it's over. I'm still coping. You know what I'm saying? Like, little man, I'm still coping. I'm still getting through it day by day. And then he shared, like, you know, my dad is around, but he's not in my life. And that makes me feel, you know, he was talking about his feelings and emotions and stuff. And he said, you think I could, like, get through it too? I said, you got to find that thing. You got to find that thing and hold on to it. Like, what do you like to do? What do you enjoy doing that's beneficial? Because I don't like to say what you like to do.
Yeah, and then
these
it's
kids
like,
talk about something. Yeah, I like to smoke weed
yeah,
all day.
I like to just chill over
Like,
here, just kick back,
like,
play
Do
some
what you
video
do, but just
games.
make money with it.
You know?
No,
You be like,
no, I be like, it has to be beneficial and it
Yeah.
has to be healthy in a sense.
Right.
But yo, those same situations where these young people are coming to me, opening up to me, man, I'll be having teachers come up to me with tears in their eyes, like I never faced my past and these issues that I was dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, yo,
as adults,
and that's what it is.
Yup.
Yeah, we be dealing with a lot of stuff and we just kind of throw it off like, oh, you know, that's when I was a kid. Yo, man, that stuff really be pulling us down, man. You know, really be
So
pulling us
how
down.
do you find like writing as a way to cope and deal with, you know, real life situations and pain, trauma? Like how does writing kind of help you through that?
Yo, man, music is like my sanctuary. It's my safe haven.
Love that.
You know, it's like when I get into that space, like everything pauses. Like, yo, like, you know, real talk, back when I was younger, I found, and I was rapping when I was younger too. I was like, you know, got into it when I was about 13, 14. And I enjoyed it. You know, it was just like a fun thing to do. And but it also, you know, it was my remedy as well. But around 14 or whatever, I got into smoking weed. And it that took me somewhere. It's like I couldn't explain where it took me, but it made me forget and escape reality. So I would say, like, at times music does that for me. It takes me, it just allows me to be free and thought, and it's my space. It's the same feeling I get when I go out and I freely take pictures and I do photography. It's my thing.
Yeah.
I remember when I got into photography, being a kid with these labels on me constantly and people telling me what I'm going to become. When I learned about photography, it was like one of the only things that I had the choice. I can make the choice. I push the button.
Yep.
I capture what I see. And no one else could tell me nothing about that. You know, you can have your opinions, but I'm the one that's taking someone to a space with my art.
So dope.
You feel me?
I just said that. Yo, this is crazy. This guy. Did I just say this?
Yeah.
Did I literally just say this right before we started the show? Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go. Keep going. Keep going.
No. But that's how, like, that's why so this is why I move the way that I move, and I thank God for the hardships that I endured and times in which I felt isolated within school, and you know, I had to become me or whatever that was.
Yeah.
I didn't understand my identity, because when I looked in the mirror, I saw my biological mom. I looked like her, but I didn't know who she was. I didn't know how to feel about that. I didn't mourn my mother until I was older. So in school, I was always trying to figure out, like, okay, like where do I fit? Where do I fit? And I just really didn't feel like I fit anywhere. And at a young age, I decided that I'm just gonna do this. Like, I'm just gonna be this, whatever this is.
Yeah.
And I was the type of kid who I was never part of a clique.
Yeah.
But I was always respected by every
This is
clique.
crazy. You're like
Every
making me
clique.
trip out right now. I'm like, yo, I'm hearing my
clique.
story right now. This is out of control. What in the world? This is crazy.
Yo,
Go ahead.
like,
This is so dope.
Yo, dude, like every clique, they respected me. I didn't even realize it then, but like when you look back on stuff, you'd be like, dag, like, and it's the same thing now. I don't necessarily belong to like a clique, yo. Like, it's just, I just try to move the way that I feel is the best. And because I come from a Christian perspective and I truly believe, I truly try to live by the principles of the Bible. That's all I'm trying to do, is live that thing out. So our pastor constantly reminds us that ministry is the outgrowth of oneself. You know how people always come to me and they're like, "Oh my God, your music ministry, girl, it's so good." I don't know why I changed my voice when I tell you.
You get mad country.
Girl,
And you get mad country.
girl, let me tell you about
The
your
inner you
music
is
ministry.
country.
Right.
The inner U.S. country.
Because every time she's like, man, I was talking to my friend the other day. She was like, girl, you don't even know what them
Yeah,
things
we don't even know.
I'm like, wait a minute, your best friend is country?
So yeah, yo, like I really try to live out the principles of the Bible, and ministry is the outgrowth of oneself. So we're in ministry at all times. So it's not that this music is like this miraculous like ministry thing, because what is this space? And we're talking about Christianity, right? We're talking about within this faith. What is it to be like a dope artist within Christian hip hop, but then be a trash like employee,
Facts.
or be a trash wife, or a corny mom walking around and being just disgusting everywhere else, and on
Facts.
social media you like, oh man, you're so great, oh my God. But then if you come live life with me here in my city, that's why I be like, yo, I'm from here. If you get what you get with me, it's just what it is. You come here, you're gonna see the same thing. You feel me? So ministry is the outgrowth of oneself. So I just utilize music, I utilize photography, film, I utilize the arts as the conduit, or as the tool, as the resource to just express who I am. And you should be able to see the fruit within that. Like, you should just see it, because this, I believe in God. That's where my faith lies. I stand strong on that, and that's what's going to showcase. It is what it is.
Would you say the art is your identity, or how would you describe art? Like, as far as like, how it relates to you as a person?
I would say art is like the most beautiful weapon, and the most strongest weapon that I have in my arsenal. Got it. You know what I mean? So I use it in that capacity. Because my identity, I don't have to get all extra.
No, go ahead.
You know what I mean?
Let's go.
Well, my identity is in Christ.
Young artists are listening to this. Young artists are listening to this. So. What was that?
She said, say it again so that way.
My identity is in Christ.
Amen.
That's where who I am lies. And so it's my passion. Like, I was drawn to music. I was drawn to working with youth. I was drawn to working with my community. I was drawn to these things. These things are just like tools to showcase, like, this passion or what have you. And I do what I love, and I'm doing it to the best of my ability, and I'm living out my faith.
And to speak on what you said too, as far as identity, I love that you said that, because especially nowadays with all the internet gurus and all that, they, that's what they mostly talk about. Like, you got to be, the best version of you, and this 5 steps
Sell
of
yourself,
becoming the best version of you, and find your secret, all this other stuff. And what I like about what you're saying is that what they're talking about is found in Christ. That is your identity.
Amen.
And once you find that identity, your art becomes crazy.
Yeah.
Because you are now worshiping the creator.
Yeah.
Like, who better to serve than the creator of everything, all the complexities, everything that we have in this earth? The reason why you have paint, the reason why you have color, the reason why we have trees, inspiration, all these different things is because of God.
Amen.
So now you're now serving that. So you are directly plugging into an everlasting source of creativity.
Facts.
An everlasting source.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why you get certain artists that they're hot for a long time, and then it just kind of fades. And fades because they either run out of content.
You're trying to follow trends.
You follow trends.
Man,
you run out of ways to reinvent yourself because your identity is you.
Yep.
So when you have God, it's like, I don't need to follow any trends.
Yep.
I don't need to cater to your taste. My only desire is to please God. So how freeing is that where you're now no longer chasing a wave that could change at any moment, rather than just chasing the wave of the Bible that's been around for thousands of years and keeps going strong. Still the best seller ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Facts.
Yo, man.
Content for days.
Love it, bro.
Man, listen. Exactly. But and then life is content. You know, everything surrounding you is content, you know? Yo, exactly what you're saying. I've been saying this for a while now, and I try to continue to shout this out, like, and this falls back, and because I was trying to figure out like, yo, why am I like this? Because I really, and don't get this the wrong way, but I'm gonna say it, then I'll explain what I'm saying. Like, I don't care about what people think. You know, let me kind of also explain that.
It's already
right?
recorded now. People gonna chop that up. They're gonna put that everywhere. AI said she don't care what none of y'all
people think.
That's the headline.
But let's right. Now let's dig into that. Right, like, there's nuances with that. Right, because I could be somebody who wants to choose to, hey, I'm gonna just do whatever I want to do, you know, and I want to just forget everybody. I don't care what anybody thinks.
Yeah,
like, of course, I care about the way that people perceive me. In a sense, I'm more so concerned about how I present my life. And how people see that as presented. Am I being a good steward of what God has given me? Am I like making mistakes, but then working hard to make sure that I don't repeat those same mistakes? Am I creating excuses for myself? If I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do and somebody recognizes that and they check me on it, am I mad about it? Like, how am I living out this faith? You know, my care is more so like, I want to make sure people see what they should see. I want to produce fruit. You know, I want people to be impacted and ignite change through the way that I live. You know, so with that being said, like, yo, waves and how people like move within music, but also within lifestyles and stuff like that. Like, yo, I'm trying to do what's best, according to scriptures, but for my family, my children, for the community. And I want to move within the passions that I feel like came through just living. Do I think like God gave me these passions? Perhaps, you know, perhaps he did. He gave us free will. I got into music, I got into photography and all of that stuff. I embrace it and then I use it, you know, and I'm just trying to live the best that I can. You got birth and you got death and you got the dash in between. I'm just trying to live out the dash the best way possible.
I would say that the word for 2020, at least for me and Marrio, because we'll for some reason we arrive at the same solution sometimes. I don't know, maybe because we're so tight and we talk all the time, and we share each other's like burdens and stuff like that. So maybe that's why. I don't know. But it's always weird. I'm like, yo, man, you know what I learned this year? I learned this. And he'll be like, dog, that's like, what? Did you read my diary or something? No. But it's like service. Yeah. That's been the word for 2020.
Servitude.
Is serve. And it's something that's so basic, but at the same time is so easily lost because we live in a self-serving society. That's really why platforms and all them excel as fast as they excel, because they gratify self, with the posting and the likes and the numbers and engagements and always checking your phone to see who liked your page, who didn't like the page, and I'm gonna put this status of me and my new boo. You know what I mean? Like all of it is self. Like even as something as simple as posting your meal. You taking a picture of your meal. Why? Because you want everybody to you want everybody to see the fire meal you're about to eat. Why? Right. Because it's self. It's all about you. And these platforms know it. So it's so easy in this day and age to forget about serving other people and looking to give someone else a blessing or a gift or even a compliment. But like I said, the platforms and everything around you is about self.
And that's hard too, as an artist too, because you got to promote your music. You got to make sure it's dope.
And I'm not against that.
You got to have a marketing plan, because if you don't got a right strategy and the right plan, then, I mean, you're not counting the cost right.
The people sharing their posts about what they eat, they ain't chefs.
No, I know what you mean. But I mean,
they ain't trying to be chefs.
But I mean, like, let's say like 2020, you had, you talked about dropping the singles to let the people know, like, yo, I'm still here. I'm still existing in the space. You know what I mean? Like, still staying. I'm not trying to say stay relevant, but still serving the people. So like,
but it's a different thing because
it's the content.
It's the content is what she's showing.
Right.
So
you know what I mean?
I love that y'all came here, because it's within this space that I would like to speak to more often.
Dope. Yeah, so let's do it.
The way in which, so it is very difficult, the social media space, right? I'm going to tell you, like, in the beginning, I hated it. Absolutely hated it. First and foremost, I don't like attention. When I got into the wrong situation, if I don't like attention, I'm going to get attention. I had to come to the understanding that no matter what I do,
your face is on the cover of your album.
Exactly.
That's you in that movie.
and but do you have? I don't know how far back that y'all know my music, but at least from Severed Threads to Blank Canvas. You don't see my face. I don't like that stuff. I really
I did
don't.
I did notice that your first two albums don't have your face on it.
I don't. I made a decision this time to showcase, like, this is who I am. People could see, it's clear. Now, so I hate it, I dread it, and really did not like social media because of how it made me feel. While I was on there, you swiping through and you are going through this emotional roller coaster. I don't like when things control how I think or how I move. And I remember scrolling through like, oh, that's funny. Look at that. That's crazy. Scrolling up like, oh, dag, that's crazy. Rolling up like, man, that's crazy. Like, man, I ain't got time for all these emotions. And then now I have that emotion. I got kids. Now I'm feeling like, however I'm feeling over here, like, am I pulling it over here into my real life? I don't like that type of stuff.
Right.
And I didn't like the idea of people following me. And, I used to be like, why are they following me?
That's
what
weird.
Am I doing?
I got 5,000 stalkers.
But see, what I had to do was I had to shift my mind. See, I had to make a conscious decision, and I had to recognize what was going on when I saw the following was going up. Because, we all had one follower. We all had 0 at one point.
Yeah.
And then as I saw things moving. I'm like,
as you started making movies and
putting more
jumping out
content
of
out,
helicopters and
right.
Yeah.
Even with my name, even with like deciding on what was going to be my name, I wanted to have something that I felt spoke to who I was, period. So AI stands for all in, and that's literally my life. Everything that I do, I'm trying to put my all into it. I want to give everything. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. But I don't use it as an excuse. I'm still trying to make moves and do what I need to do to just move in excellence, right? As best as I can. And so I chose the name, boom. And then I said, well, here, this is growing, so it is what it is. I'm gonna keep moving. I said, so what do I feel comfortable with? What's gonna make me feel like it's not gimmicky? I can't stand gimmicks. I cannot. I don't like that. Like, yo, if 10 people or if 100 people do this, I'm gonna do this.
Then I'll drop this.
I swear, I hate it. I hate that stuff.
You gotta love that.
No,
when I get to
else.
500, I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna upload it so y'all can play it. 500, yo.
And the thing is, like, I'll say that, and that's no knock to nobody else. This how I move. That's how you move. You stick with how you move. If that's you, you do you. And I do me like this. So I was like, what's gonna make me feel like, okay, I could sleep at night knowing that I'm moving like this. So I stuck with my 3 things: pray, push, persevere. Created those 3 P's, right? And so that's how I live. I pray, I push, persevere. So and then I love community. I love working with young people.
Marrio Esco Live website.
I'm glad you. They could purchase the shirt. But pay attention.
We got the money part. We got
pay attention to like this thought process in how I move, right? So I said I feel comfortable with speaking about what's true to me, and I'm going to continue to do that. So my music is going to present to you real topics, real stuff that I'm going through. I'm going to spit the way that, like, at this point in this situation, I know I could rap. I know I'm pretty good, and that's not on no ego stuff. Like,
you know what it is.
I worked hard.
Yeah,
I worked hard at this, and I know what I like. I love jazz. I love soul. I love hip hop, and I love poetry. So that's what you're gonna get out of me. And I don't really think, at this point in my age, I don't think I'm kind of shifting too much. I might give you some wavy stuff just to just like, let's have fun, but it's gonna be my spin. But the point that I'm trying to make here is, I had to decide how I was going to move with social media. I stopped looking at how many followers I had as a burden, okay, what do I need to share with them now? What they want to hear. And I started to look at them as my guests. And social media, at least IG, my preference is IG. IG is a house, and they're my guest. So I have to show hospitality. They came here for a reason.
Dope. Wow.
They came here for a reason. And see, in the past, the way that I was dealing with it, I'll post something here and there, and I'll be like, I ain't going on social media no more, man. That's enough. I don't feel like going on there no more. I don't care. Like, my attitude towards it was kind of negative until I started to look at those individuals as guests. How in the world you going to let guests into your house? For some reason, they came to your space, and you in the bathroom or you in the basement chilling.
Fact. Oh, I see.
Y'all go ahead.
That's a very unique perspective.
And just do what y'all gonna do.
I never even thought of it like that. That's pretty dope. That's very I even think that's encouraging to people who probably are lights, like, in the space, like they're light in the space. A lot of people enjoy their content, love it, but they find struggle within the space, so they disappear instead of staying faithful with that. Like, that might be an encouragement for people to stay being the light and the salt, even in just your social media, just in that space with the people that you touch and you do reach. Yo, that's dope. I love that.
And you control it. Like, you control it to a sense. Like, you control what you're going to share. You're going to control what you say and what you want to give to the people.
Wow.
My thing is,
you treat everything like your blank canvas.
Listen, y'all came to my house.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, there's a whole other part to it, but y'all came to my house, and so this is what I give. That's the same way I look at my music.
That's dope.
I know who I am within my music, right? And I'm not going to allow any trends or what I see like, oh, people are getting more streams off of that. Even though if you get 1 million streams, you're only making $2,000.
Anyway, facts.
You pay all this money to get streams and you're only making this and that. But anyway, if you're following after numbers and things like that, I feel like you tend to lose authenticity. Which then puts you into a space of like chase. It's this chase. Like,
it's ever fading. It's always going to be numbers behind. Yeah, it's always going to be behind.
I need numbers to feed me and puff me up. Whereas for me, it's like, here's my project that I created because I'm the artist. I'm saying what I'm saying in the way that I'm saying it.
Love it.
And this is an exhibit that you can walk freely into. If you don't like any of these portraits, you can definitely go to
rocks.
many. Not even on that.
We're open shoes.
I don't even be on that type of stuff. I'll be like, you know how many gallery exhibits? You know how many other gallery exhibits there are? If y'all don't go ahead on and find the exhibit that's going to do
nice
good for you, you go ahead and go check it out. You know?
Right. So she said kick rocks to another art gallery.
Yeah, there you go.
You're funny.
Kick rocks with open toe shoes on your way to another art gallery, fam. Glad you're out there.
It's all good.
Just you ain't gotta be.
You ain't a real one anyway.
You don't keep
it moving, all right? It's only for the real ones,
I know she's gonna hit you with the nah mean.
Yeah, I mean.
Good. That's what I be saying at my concerts. Like, everyone's gone. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't need y'all anyway for this concert.
Forget y'all.
Whole concert's empty. Like, forget every single one of y'all.
And that's the same thing when it comes to opinions of work.
Yeah, facts.
It's so interesting to me, and I wish like artists, depending on, I get some young artists, but like artists who's cultivated certain things, and like you've been here for a while, like you like, and I fell victim to it a couple of times where it's like, you get like 200 likes, and then that one person that's like, I'm not feeling this. It's like, wait.
Everybody else likes it.
Wait a minute.
Facts.
Why don't you like it? It's like, wait a minute, let's step back here.
Yeah.
We're human beings.
Let's fix your ears.
People. No.
Let's get the right speakers out.
Check your
You didn't
ears.
hear in the right room.
Make an appointment with your ear doctor.
You know?
But I'm saying people have the right to their opinion.
Yeah,
no,
people have the right to their opinion. So not too long ago, somebody asked me about Preach, right? Because I said what I said. Yeah, the second verse, I said what I said. There was no other way for me to, in my opinion, there was no other way for me to say what I said. Shoot, what's the line?
We're about to play it too, and so so thanks for the heads up.
So everybody listen to the juiciness on the second
verse. Right. So my tits and body can get me a Maserati. Drop the panties, unleash the WAP, and then watch the Elgie. So like that's striking, especially if I say it without the other context to it. But that's striking. And somebody asked, like, it's no other thing you could have said. Like, dang, like that's crazy. And I think most people would either delete the comment,
right,
or say something like, or feel attacked. I didn't feel attacked. I felt like, I appreciate your opinion, and I appreciate you even asking this question. And so I went back and I replied, and we had a conversation. Yeah. I think people are afraid of like conversations. Yeah. Like,
no, that's a fact.
And I explained to him like, there is no other way for me. I felt there's no other shocking way for me to say what I said to make the point that I made. And
it was intentional. Yeah,
We
made
can
the
agree
decision.
we can agree to disagree
Yep.
or whatever, but that does not make me feel like, oh, I don't like this person because they said X, Y, and Z. Nah, man. And even I think he was even apologizing. I said, no, you don't apologize for your opinion, bruh. That's your opinion.
your opinion.
Everybody's
Yep.
afraid to say how they feel.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of that stuff.
Right. Well, to me, it's like, especially being Christian, it's like, do you read your Bible? Like, you know how many things you come across in the Bible that's like, I was talking to Gil the other day. I was like, is the Bible rated R, or what do you think? Well, if you were to rate the Bible, what would you rate it? You come across stuff that's it's real.
I'm just saying, imagine how it would feel for Jesus to say, "Oh yeah, little faith." Oof. Oh yeah, little faith.
Facts.
Dang, that hurt. Imagine how it would have felt.
He told his boy, "Get behind me, Satan."
Man,
Yo,
you feel me?
His boy, like that was his man's. He was like, "Nah, man, nah, Jesus, they come. I'm a straight slice them up." And he was like, "Get behind me,
behind me, Satan."
Your dumb self.
And he looked at the lady at the well like, man, you got 5 husbands.
Yep.
For real, like people always
Let me tell you
assume,
about
like,
yourself.
like everything has to be a certain way and all, and it's like, no, like there's certain times where you got to be real and speak a little bit more forward.
Well, I mean, the audience too, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of you got to think about the audience you're catering to as well.
Exactly.
As you become an adult, you're talking adult stuff. Like, that's just, it is what it is.
It's about tone and tact, right?
Yep.
Tone
Facts.
and tact, place and time, how you say things, who you say it around. You just have to be, have to be careful.
The why
Gotta be
is
wise.
also important. You know what I mean? And I don't see the why being like questionable. You know, like if you were flaunting it or talking about the appeal of it, then I'd be like, "Hey, girl, I probably wouldn't have said it like that. Girl, I love you,
but
you got skills, but
I think people are afraid
like
sometimes to take losses. I've taken a lot of losses for the sake of peace in my life, and it doesn't always feel good.
Yeah,
you don't need to respond to everything.
Right.
You just don't need to.
Facts.
Like, be quiet. Nothing. You don't need to go back and forth.
Facts.
And I don't think that was ever in me. I remember because I was a fighter. Like, yo, it's on site. Let's go. The only place that I didn't feel comfortable fighting at is in school because I knew I'd get in trouble if I got suspended or whatever. But I'm like, yo, you could talk all your stuff. Talk all your stuff. Meet me downtown, though.
Yeah.
It never happens.
That is a different story.
It never happens. I feel like that was one of the things that I hated about like being in customer service. People always said things that they would never say in person.
Yeah.
On the phone, they'd be like, "You know what? If I saw you, I would sock you in your mouth." Like, really? Would you?
So Soul's Acrylic drops next Friday, January 29th.
For real.
Can you tell us a little bit more about where they can listen? I know you have I know you have an exclusive listening session as well. Do you want to just let the people know where they can find your music and where they can listen into the exclusive listen party as well?
Yeah. So, IG is my main house, if you will, my main space of residence on social media. So you can always go there, or Twitter. I'm on YouTube and these other, lodging spaces that I reside at as well. But you can go to the link in the bio, click on it, and it's a great information and ways to connect with me. It's AI the Anomaly, ANOMALY, and you can. I don't like to say follow. I like to say join the journey, because this is a journey of music and things like that, and just my life. I'm sharing it with you all as much as I feel comfortable with at this point. But yeah, you can join the journey in those different spaces. I have the listening session. I wanted to give an opportunity for whoever would like to come and listen to the passion, the purpose, and the paint behind the project, and learn a little bit about my process in writing, learn a little bit about what's the point, why did I name it Soul's Acrylic, what's with all this paint, why are you always talking about art. You'll learn those things. I'm going to be doing some raffles, giving away some new merch, just like I said,
Is that sweater part of the merch? This question?
No.
It has the paint. It got the theme.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah, that'd be fire. That'd be fire.
That's next.
Sweater like that with the Anomaly logo. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, you can sign up. It's a pay what you want situation between $5 and $25. Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier. Yo, I create circumstances, especially with merch. I don't like to sell stuff, but I have become a better salesman. For those who feel a certain way, saleswoman, but hey, salesmen.
You better say
salesmen.
You don't want that crowd to come after you.
That's the official name for it. Like we've grew up learning. Salesmen. The reason why I do not feel anxiety saying to people it costs this or buy my merch is because the proceeds that I gain or earn, I'm taking that and I'm helping young artists in my city to get opportunities to create art. So I have a program called underneath my company, Get Focused Productions. I got a movement called Young and Focus, where I find young people who are dope within the arts and I mentor them. One of the programs that I have is called Young Creatives. I got a group of young people and I teach them how to respond to art with art. So that money helps me help them. So I feel very comfortable with saying, hey, come pay what you want. I don't care what it is, 5 to 25, whatever you give, you're helping me do what I love to do here on the ground in my city.
That's
so definitely support the Patreon page as well. Definitely support in that way as well.
Real dope. It's an honor to have you on. Real talk. I'm excited about following your journey for real. You have fans over here. Whenever you're dropping something, whenever you're putting something out, don't be a stranger. Hit us up. You're more than welcome to come through anytime.
Dope.
It's an honor. Real talk.
Honored.
Thank you so
Honored
much.
to be here. Thank you.
Let me know when the merch comes too.
Facts.
Oh yeah, I got a whole merch pack, yo.
Dope.
Excited.
Definitely send us the links for sure.
I done created a book. Some photography and some poetry.
A cookbook, country food, the country soul food.
Man, I don't got no cookbook. No cookbook, man. It's a photography, poetry, and it's actually a journal, a photographic and poetic journal.
Dope. That's what's up. Till next time, sis. We love you. We're looking forward to the next time. You take
Appreciate
care.
you.
Grace and peace, later, sis.
Peace.
All right, we're gonna jump into AI, the Anomaly featuring Bizzle. Here's Relentless.
Deep in the valley, down in the dungeon, lions lurking, faith not. I'm surrounded by the mountains here. I've been faithful, but I drown in fear.
I ain't never been up in the lion's den, but I sure had me a couple lion friends, and you would swear it was lions and tigers in a couple of the neighborhoods I resided in. Knew a few shooters, I was Iverson. Had to be crucified and die within. I flew the coop with Christ and truth. This was I to lie to him and not die to sin. Fell down, but I ain't stay. More like 4 times in the same day. No life felt like low life, may as well don't try. We didn't all feel the same way. Real talk can't fake. Feeling like I am unable to bounce back. Been to the bottom and made it about that. Willing to ride with a label of comrades with the most high road bike, catch a contact. I suggest if you live in this life and blessed between trife and righteousness, get it right. Repent, receive Christ, this life or death. I pray you choose right, my friend.
Deep in the valley, down in the dungeon, lions lurking, faith not certain. I'm surrounded by the mountains here. I've been faithful, but I drown in fear. You could tell the enemy I got that shimmy on me. I'm saturated in this favor, see this shimmy on me. In the middle of the trenches with a vengeance, shaking these demons I see. Clenching to the scriptures with a grip that will pop a top when I squeeze. Living life like never let go, let God. I'ma give it all I got like I empty my wallet. Dropping these coins in a bucket, crabs in a barrel. They pulling at my soul, finna throw down the gauntlet. Sovereignty's almighty, follow with all I can. Suffered enough, why would I ever give in? I fight till my end. He is my whole life. He conquers all my fears in my own eyes. He is the one I depend on for all my strength when I can't climb all of my steps. Peace when the climate heavy on rest. On knees when I get weak, here's my tech. In the battle with the beast and it's violent. Evil will try me, never will it bind me. Break me, shake me, it cannot take me. Tie me down to the chain link, sever them threads. With the daily, I flow bread when the 10 peak. I'm not down to the valley. Shadow of death all behind me. Show no fear on a journey. I know God be my army. I fight out in the darkness. He picked up on the main line. I find joy in the lamplight. Order my steps for my whole life. Deep in the valley, down in the dungeon, lions lurking, faith not certain. I'm surrounded by the mountains here. I've been faithful, but I drown in fear.
Dope. That's what's up. AI The Anomaly was just in the building with us. That was AI The Anomaly featuring Bizzle, Relentless, super dope. Fire.
That was crazy.
Our first God Over Money artist, thanks to do we give the credit or
no? I mean, credit's due. If the credit is due.
No, Jimmy Perez knows what's up, man. We love you, brother.
He did. He was a quick.
Oh, why did I boo? That was an accident. My bad.
Yo, that's what you get,
My
Jay.
bad. Soul's acrylic. Let's see.
He was trying to act all flossy with it. Wrote G14 classified. Whipped out his phone and just called her up real quick. Like, hey, what up?
I'm playing the trailer real quick again.
Assembled a group of people.
I still had it there. I was gonna play it when she was here.
Crazy. Super cinematic, man.
It's my hope
really dope
that you'll get in line. If you refuse.
Where's Bizzle? All right, let's point out Bizzle again.
If you refuse.
Where's Bizzle? I forgot his name. Lance something.
Please keep in mind the individual
I think it was Lance.
may not appear as heroes.
We didn't even get a chance to really talk about this, huh?
That's because
That's all right.
they're not.
That's all right.
We're not here to play.
We got another special guest on the way. Look at Bizzle.
Any one of them. The most
all right, cool.
Relentless, fearless.
It's fire.
Out there.
Shout out to AI The Anomaly. Super
That's
dope.
crazy, man.
Go check it out.
Eso está dope.
It was directed and filmed by Ryan Lamar, who did Canal Street. Shout out to Ryan Lamar. Praying for more production like that on that level. Super dope.
Yeah,
praise God that, that he blesses people with that kind of creativity and that desire to serve on that level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It's like oozing out.
I'm surprised it hasn't
the desire
been
to create.
Yeah, I'm surprised there hasn't been like a young entrepreneur, that really like took the reins, like a Netflix type content for Christian, like for more, you know what I'm saying? Like more modern type, like Mandalorian, like Marvel, Daredevil type, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, but it's Christian, like somebody who is a little bit more spicy, more like, I feel
like those movies, like the Bulletproof,
I'm still waiting for that.
The Fireproof, they come close. Like their quality is pretty sick compared to other ones.
You say those have quality are really dope.
Yeah, the quality is pretty fire.
They remind me of like Lifetime. It's like Lifetime movies.
Yeah, but even that is an improvement compared to what they used to be. You remember what the old Christian movies used to be? But
you know what Lifetime is? What my experience with Lifetime is?
What?
That's the show that you watch in the kitchen. Like Mom's show is in the kitchen on the big screen. Like I'm going to the theater, but watching what I watch in the kitchen. Like
it's getting there though. Like
that's Mom Duke's like shows. Like
before, dude, it wouldn't even be on a Lifetime. It would be on an independent, a community channel. That's what Christian movies used to be, like on late night where nobody is awake to watch it, and it's on a community channel that only it was like channel 11 or some random channel like that. Where now, it's kind of looks like a Lifetime movie, but at least it's a prime time channel. The next step would be like Netflix.
Pray for more Ryan Lamar's. Pray for more.
It's coming. Hey, this right here, the trailer you just played, that looks like something that will be played on like a Netflix. So getting there.
That's what I'm saying.
We getting there. It's getting there. We just need time.
Excited about it.
Time and opportunity.
Time and opportunity is all we really need.
I don't know about that voice, but that's really what we need, though. That sounded like an old radio
Opportunity is
station.
all we really need.
Here we have Rebecca.
Hop, hibbity.
Yeah, that's like an old school radio station right there.
Angie Rose is bringing the heat.
Yes, she is.
Where is she? There she is.
She's unstoppable.
What do you think of the cover? It's
That's the cover?
Is that
wow. Oh yeah, that is cover.
Is she going?
It's like
Is that like
a
the-
naughty Maria.
No.
Because she got the hands like she's praying with the halo.
He said naughty Maria.
I'm sorry.
Yo.
Because she got the hands.
He said naughty Maria. Should we name it that? Or should we, is that? Are we really gonna name this naughty Maria?
I think we have to.
I don't know how people.
I'm sorry,
gonna
man.
feel. I don't
She
know how
got the
people-
hands like this. You
Are
know, she
people
got the
gonna
nice,
feel this?
beautiful tan
Is this-
hair.
are we gonna get rebuked for this one? Hold up.
And then there's a
Am I
red
really
halo.
doing this?
It's a red halo.
Oh,
too.
naughty Maria. No, I don't. Yo,
Even looking
Audience-
at the titles, I don't know about this.
audience, what do you?
And then if you use the Latin
let's-
voice,
Hey,
it's naughty.
hey, let's do this.
Maria.
Let's have fun, bro.
Sounds like a
Hold on.
novela.
Let's open up the lines.
It's like, are we watching the show?
I'm gonna open up the
Yes!
lines.
Hurry up! It's 7:00. It's Naughty Maria.
I want y'all to call in and tell me
What y'all think
it's
about
naughty Maria.
Not naughty by nature.
Hold on.
Naughty
I'm
Maria.
gonna open up the lines. We're gonna do this for real.
Yeah, let's open up the lines.
Let's
Somebody
open up the
call in.
lines. We're gonna do this on the fly,
Yep.
real time.
Don't be cussing.
Where's my stuff? Yo, we got.
Don't be cussing.
Man, please don't make. First of all, we got a problem if that's our audience.
Hey, you never know.
Hold on. Let me open up the lines. All right. Once I open up the lines, I think we're good.
Yeah. So just
Hold on.
post the number real quick on the
Hold on. I just got to make
the
sure
bling.
that everything is good to go.
But I think that's a good title. But anyway,
No.
you know.
All right.
look
So
at
what
it.
was the question tell them the question again.
Is Naughty Maria
It's not.
an accurate title?
Yeah.
Especially description
call in
for
the
this
lines.
picture. Look at it, man.
Call in the lines.
She got the prayer hands and the red
Hold up,
circle,
let me
like
see.
the halo. It's like, you know.
All right. Call the line. Here it is.
Maria. But
774-243-0385 is Naughty Maria.
Yo,
An
we need
inappropriate
Umberto,
title.
if you're listening,
Again,
can you
hotline.
please give me a call
774
and confirm this?
243
Come on, Umberto.
85. Let's see what happens. Should we do
Let's
like a
get
test?
it.
Should
I'm
someone
saying.
call in just to test?
Hey, we're about to test it. Somebody's gonna call.
All right, we'll see. We'll leave the lines open.
It's on YouTube. Come on, people.
Let's see what
Somebody.
happens.
But anyway,
Go ahead. I'll leave the.
you got to hear a little bit of the album. So what did you think? Did it sound like a Naughty Maria?
Yeah, you're a funny dude, ain't you? You are.
You
a
did listen
funny
to it. I
dude.
heard you listening over the phone.
Yeah, you're very. Yep. Sure.
What did you think?
What did you think?
I haven't heard it yet.
Hold on, hold
She
on.
just dropped
Let me
it, bro. You
I'm
just
trying
told
to
me
make
about it
this a little
today.
Smaller.
You were like, yo, Angie,
Now
oh.
everyone's gonna see Angie Rose up on the screen, and then they're gonna see the number. And they'll be like, "Is that? Can we call Angie Rose?
Yes,
Everyone's gonna
call
call
it.
the number.
You might get Angie Rose.
Call the number. Tell us no if Naughty Maria is
Why are you moving the hand around?
good to go. What hand? What are you talking about?
The hand was moving around.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to shorten it, make it nice.
Oh, wow.
All right, cool. So Angie Rose.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Naughty Maria.
Angie Rose drops debut album.
Is it called Naughty Maria?
It is called Unstoppable with music video. Do you see the music video?
I have not.
Okay.
What does it look like?
Yo, we can't do this where you get to just knock
You
a
got to
topic
see
over
it.
to me, so I got to be the one to
We could talk about it, but I want to know what you saw. What you thought. You saw it.
Unstoppable.
You want me to watch it right now, live on the show? I'll
Go
watch
ahead,
it.
man.
I'll just
Go ahead.
watch it.
Someone call in. Tell me what you think.
I'm about to watch this joint.
Watch it, man. Unstoppable. So it is kind of like what we were talking about as far as like that theme.
What's the thing?
I don't know if is it wrong that we like speculate or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what's disrespectful and what's not. She's kind of like the marketing theme around her. It looks like it's like Jennifer Lopez. Like it looked like
the J-Lo feel.
It's kind of like catering to
Is it Do It Again?
to the Latina like swag. I'm not saying that's a problem. That's not even a problem. Like that's you know, harnessing like where she comes from. That's, you know,
Angie Rose. Is it?
you get what I'm saying,
I'm
right?
getting like a whole bunch of like mixtapes.
What do you mean? Unstoppable, bro.
Yeah, that's what I put. Unstoppable Angie Rose, but I'm getting all these like mixes. Like,
Just play one of them. Just play one.
all right, let's see.
No, don't mute us, bro.
I am, man. Let me get to it.
I'm not even saying it's a problem, but it's like, well, you take a listen to it and let me know what you think.
Let's see. Angie Rose.
What are you playing? Let me show me.
Unstoppable.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, it's definitely J-Lo esque, if that's the word.
I'm saying I'm not knocking like disrespect. I'm just calling it for how I see it. That's, you know, has that.
Oh, in the reggae beat, like the reggaeton type.
Yeah. Singing in Spanish, she's like.
But is it wrong that we're saying it's J-Lo esque just because she's Latina? It's not, that's
I mean, you know what? We're trying to relate to.
Latin.
We're trying to relate to it with what we know is out there, right? So like,
yeah, that's usually the conception. Like, you
right,
know,
like
oh,
I'm not trying to compare.
This is similar.
but
That's
you
what
think
we
of
do,
NF, you do NF, you do Eminem, you do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Who's Lecrae? I was gonna say Lecrae to who? Who did they put Lecrae with?
I don't know, but I would say
Lupe?
he's like a Lupe.
Like a Lupe Fiasco?
Yeah, that's why I would say.
Who do you put you with?
Me?
Yeah. What do
I've
you
always
think?
asked people because I don't know. I have a lot of different influences, so I don't really have like a specific person.
You're eclectic.
I am. I listen to everything. I listen to classical, to country, to hip hop, to R&B, I listen to whatever. Reggaeton, to salsa, like it doesn't matter.
But you don't fit one category, one box.
I don't. Like I love R&B, I love hip hop, I love Latin music, I love reggae even more than R&B. Like I love Jamaican music more than anything. Like
Okay, first and foremost, is it fire? It is
definitely fire.
It's fire.
It's very clean. It's very industry.
It's mixed
like,
right.
It's
It's
mixed
written right.
to
It's
perfection.
It's top level
Video is
production.
crisp.
Top level production.
You know,
Absolutely.
It's definitely
No doubt about it.
an achieved Nari Maria. I'm kidding. No, she did a dope job, and you could tell that they're really wanting her to focus on the Latin culture, which I love because I'm Latin, and there's not a lot of especially in the CHH, like Christian hip hop or Christian music in general. There's not a lot of Latin influences. So,
Latina, you had a song, Latina.
I did.
Es tan linda.
I did.
Remember that song?
Just like that.
Dun, 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 dun.
And that was your beat. Yeah.
That was like
It was more like a like you're banging on a
Yo,
like
that's
a
the
heater
only.
because
Listen,
it's not working.
that was the sound
bang,
that came
bang,
out
bang.
the beat machine. That's not my fault. I was
Man,
just
this
like,
heater does not work. Bang 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 bang.
and somehow
Like,
you
wow,
made
actually-
you made a Spanish song out of it. I don't know how you took that. It was like, let me see.
Yep.
Bang, bang, bang. Latina. Like what? How did you get Latina out of that, bro? Like, I'm over here trying to fix these pipes. These things ain't working.
The steam heaters are called Estines, so maybe that's where I get it. Estinina, Estines.
Quiero bailar contigo. I was like, what's the music video?
Caliente.
You're in like a plumber suit, like
I'm in a plumb. Why is it plumbing?
because you said they were hitting like pipe, bang, bang, like. So what are you in a
It's a
plumber?
steam
in a
heater.
plumber suit, Latina. Like,
First of all, how am I getting blamed for your beat?
oh man,
How am I still getting dissed over your beat?
You chose to sing to it, man.
Yo, and I thought it was the most fire thing you ever gave me too.
You chose
It's like
to sing
you
to
were
it.
giving me this beat, the one that goes like a seal. I love this beat. I can't wait to write to it. I know exactly what I want to say.
That's why I don't produce, man, anymore. I was like, yo,
It was a hot mess of a song. I was talking about Latin curls,
right, bro.
Latin curls, and it was weird.
I saw this girl.
Yep, I saw this girl with her Latin curls. That was an actual line.
She was standing over there.
With her Latin curls. Yep. Facts. Yep. That was
I saw this girl.
She was standing over there
She
with her
was
friends.
standing over
with
there
her little Latin
with her
curls.
Latin
Little. They were
curls.
little Latin curls.
Tell me where the Latin curls are, bro.
Come on, man. You know you've seen the Latin curls before. They're right there.
I saw this girl.
Naughty Maria has them on. Her little Latin curls. Those are the Latin curls right there. Okay? With your little Latin curls.
Yo. Oh, turn. Oh man,
that was
it was the only sample they had in that beat machine, man. Come on.
Yeah.
That was the EMU MP7.
And I'll never forget the time that you
the purple beat machine. My very first beat machine I ever bought, by the way.
Facts. So I can now picture you going, ang, 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 ang.
Yo, that's what's
And then he looked at me like, did you see when the beat changed?
That's what's messed up.
Do you see how the keys went down? And I was like, wow, that's impressive. Never touched a beat machine in my life.
Time out, bro.
Killing the game. Ang, 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 ang. And he would like open up his eyes like,
hold up. No.
See what I just did?
Listen. No. Bro, first of all,
dude, I never knew you know how to play the beat
piano.
pad.
It was a
beat pad. It was like 6 pads, and this dude was like revolutionizing sound.
Yeah, samples.
And the first one was,
yeah, yep. It inspired
and
you.
He had a whole library of sounds too, so I can only imagine the beep, boom, bang, boom.
Wait,
that's the one.
Wait, do you remember?
That is the one.
A-A-E.
Oh, we can't forget the beat made out of vowels, and the song was called "The Vowels of Life." Yeah, because it's the vowels of life that be making me cry.
All right.
Yeah, we all have a history of
that
songs
beat machine
that we wish we never made.
That beat machine. Memories.
We all have it. And even Angie Rose has a beat or a song.
Okay,
somewhere in her library. She's like,
Angie
man,
Rose.
I wish I never made that
Going
song.
back to Marrio.
Yep.
Angie Rose.
Yep.
So yeah, man. I mean, they're marketing, right?
It's a dope marketing. Like
they're doing their marketing thing. I wonder. Do you think Angie's like loving the direction? Do you think like she?
It could go either way because I mean, she was totally not this when she was independent. Totally not. She was straight spitter. So from going from that to this, there's a possibility that she's like, man.
Hey, yo, Jimmy, you got to connect to Angie Rose.
Like, actually, I just called her.
Hey, yo, Jimmy, can you text Angie Rose and be like, yo, can you come on the show and chop it up?
Facts. Because I know he has it somehow.
No kidding. He's like, I was just texting
probably
her right
looking
now.
at his phone right now with her name in his address book. Like,
should
I? Nah, I'm giving him enough nuggets. That's not Christian.
That's not Christian. Bang.
You know what I mean? But no, seriously though. Give us her number so we can call her and give her the vowels of life.
E-E-I.
You know what I mean?
I was like, yo, I'm killing it.
This dude was and I can remember when he was like, yo,
man,
not only is this song called The Vowels of Life, but listen.
They be making me cry.
The vowels are in the beat. A, E, I, O, U. Like, it's in it.
Yeah, okay, give some context, man. This is my first beat machine I ever bought. Okay,
when you have to explain, that's how you know it's bad.
I didn't have no Pro Tools. I didn't have a laptop.
You had Pro Tools.
No, I didn't.
Oh, no, not at that time.
No, I didn't.
Not at that time.
Don't put me in the Pro Tools era
that came out
with the vowels of life, please. Please don't put me in the Pro Tools era with the vowels of life.
It was around the same time of Lyrical Lobster, like which was also an accomplishment. Because I don't know how can a lobster be lyrical, but it made sense at the time. I was like, yeah, you're totally
gonna watch
lyrical
this
lobster.
whole segment and be like, how was this about my project in any kind of way? This was what is going on? All right. So first of all, is that a Halo
review ever?
Is that a Halo?
It looked like
and prayer hands, right?
Yep.
Walk with me. Halo, prayer hands.
Yep.
Angie Rose. Yep. There you go.
Is she holding something like in her hands? Is those flowers? I think that's a rose.
Oh.
I think she's holding a rose.
Oh, Angie Rose. No.
Right on the nose.
Man, we are the illest reviewers of albums there ever was.
If you want your album reviewed, don't
give
send
us
it to
a call at 774-243-0385.
everything but
talk about your project. We'll talk about how we make beats on a beat machine that no longer exists.
As we're listening to the beat, we're going to critique a car.
How about that? We're just going to jump off of music and we're going to talk about NASA and space.
Engine qualities.
Bitcoin.
Should you go electric?
And leave your artwork up the entire time.
The entire time.
So Angie
people
Rose.
can at least imagine it.
So marketing plan is going according to plan?
No, it is. It's fire. It has like a Latin Caribbean style to it. You guys will hear it, and you guys can let us know what your perspective is. Call the line, leave a voicemail, and say, "Man, you guys are so right. It is Nari Maria," or "Man, it was so fire. You're wrong, man. It was fire," or whatever.
Give me your real perspective, bro. When you saw at one point when she was independent doing her thing, her family got involved.
I liked the transition,
and now they're going into
this transition.
Real contracts with what is it, Capital? Who she released this with?
It's
Jimmy?
Capital, yeah. I'm not sure, but I believe
Jimmy, who is
it's Capital. That sounds the most
Capital?
familiar.
Yep, Capital CMG.
Yep.
So obviously there's a bag behind this project. There's an investment made. There's people that are involved. There are teams that are looking with the goal to succeed and market her well. You know what I'm saying? So you can clearly see that. Isn't it? Oh, we got a call.
Do we?
We got a call on the line. Let's pick this up.
I thought that was a voicemail.
Hello? Hold up. What's going on?
Mario.
Yeah.
Jill.
What's up,
you guys
brother?
have me dying right now. Talking about Mario's furry beats with the ding.
Yo, it didn't ring, bro.
I'm literally in tears, bro.
D-Nice, it didn't ring, huh?
Good to see you back on the show. Missed you yesterday.
Missed you too, bro.
Is that it? Oh, my bad.
You cut it short because you're a hater, and he started talking
miss
about
you.
me, and you turned it off. That's exactly what happened. No. It was
it cut out. It cut out.
It was a voicemail.
No, it cut out.
But yo, is Dave nice?
See?
Definitely. Bro.
It cut out.
Okay.
All right, so somehow it's Do Not Disturb is on. Okay, now you can call in.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yo, he did the Do Not Disturb,
My bad.
All
right, cool. Now we back in action. You can call. You can call the line if you want to call. Say what's up. Thanks, D-Nice. We love you, brother.
But yeah, I like the transition, how she went from like straight spitter to this Latin, like singing and rapping. Like it made her more complete as an artist rather than just one thing. And that's what we were talking about with AI too. Like, you're an artist. You don't have to be bogged down to one thing or one style or one sound. Like, you can mess around. You can play around and expose yourself to more artistic abilities, where that's what she's doing. She's flexing her Spanish. She's flexing the reggaeton feel. She's flexing her bars. Like, she's flexing her singing
I'm going to ask you straight up. Ready?
Like, she's
just
killing it.
Just I want to ask you straight up.
Yeah.
Just for the show. Would you say the discernment is sharp at this point?
What do you mean?
As a Christian woman?
What about her?
Look-wise, strategy-wise, marketing-wise?
I mean, it depends on what her goal is, I guess. I mean, if her goal was to be more like a contemporary, CCM type artist, then I would say, yeah, she missed the mark. But she seems like she's going for the Latin culture. She seems like she's going for that Caribbean feel, where if you look at the things that she's doing in her videos and stuff like that, it all encompasses like a Latin feel.
Facts.
The way she dresses, to the fact that she has that glistening to herself, almost
glistening,
like almost like she's in Miami. Like, she got a Miami color, scheme going. It's all Latin. Think about it.
Even the color scheme, even the Maria, even the hinting at
everything about that
at Maria, right?
Everything
the halo,
about it.
You might be onto something. The color scheme,
that's what I mean. Like, she's honing in on the Latin culture, and I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
That's the whole. That's what they're embracing.
I poke fun, and Angie, if you out there, I'm sure if we met, we'd be laughing and bugging out because
he'll tell you about his Latina.
Yep, I'll even sing you that song so you can laugh.
Contigo.
Wow. Picture that, but better. Okay. Even at my worst. Now the beat, that's accurate. He's doing that perfectly.
Yo, don't lie, because in the studio you were dancing, stomping your foot. You were snapping your fingers.
Oh, facts.
You were.
I even think I had one glove, and I was like,
one glove. You were dressed up like those dudes fighting the bulls. You were like Latina, que tan linda. Yo, I was like, whoa.
I had ruffles and everything.
He is ready to fight the bull. Like
swords coming out of my lapel.
He's ready to put that bull down.
Yeah, man. No, I was with it. I was also in my Latin bag.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I love it, bro.
I walked into the studio with a rose.
Cool.
Biting a rose.
Like, wow. Wow.
Yeah, I just took it off and threw it at the
Is that what it was? Is that like a...
ready to record.
Is that like an indirect to Angie? Like you're battling her? Like word? You want to be the... Word? Okay. So you're going to be the Ricky Martin of CHH?
Yeah.
Dog.
I'm coming after the title, Angie.
Yo, you're going to see Gil.
After it.
You're going to see Gil. He's taking notes. Gil is taking notes. He's like, word? All right.
Mm-hmm.
I got to become that pretty boy. I got
to come up with a Christian version of She bang!
Oh, wow!
I can't do that one. That's just off the table.
All right. So Angie Rose, shout out to Angie Rose.
Yeah, shout out.
Congrats. Dropping the album.
I love the direction.
She's killing it in the music game.
Yeah.
They have a marketing plan.
Wasn't she also mentioned
genius.
in the Rapzilla Awards or like as a nominee or something like that?
Okay. Let's
Angie
okay,
Rose?
Gil, I see you. My bad. Rapzilla Awards 2020.
Yeah.
We could jump in there. KB won everything.
Jay, for real?
Yo,
Gil's the CHH bachata singer.
He's the CHH bachata.
I ain't got one, okay? D-Nice said a video is That's because you're a videographer, so you're looking at it from a different lens. El Príncipe de CHH.
Oh, D-Nice called in again. I don't know what's up with the line, but...
Hey, fellas. Yeah, man. So, I guess my last call dropped out. But listen, yo, Gil, super dope to have you back in the show. You had me dying talking about Marrio's beats, bro, with the thing, with the thing. Yo, hilarious. Yo, you guys are doing a great job. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I love tuning in all the time. Peace.
Appreciate
love you, bro.
D.
Real talk, man.
He's that dude.
Shout out to D-Nice, man.
See, D-Nice, I don't believe you about the whole video situation, so you're going to have to shoot me and Marrio a video so I can see what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I can see the quality that's missing in Angie Rose's video.
What did he say? What did Jimmy say? The Príncipe?
No, well...
Is that El Príncipe?
El Príncipe de
CHH. What does that mean?
The Prince of CHH.
The Prince of CHH. You do a face-off. Dude, you should do a face-off with Angie Rose.
Hey.
Do a face-off.
I can't rap, but I can learn. I can learn.
Oh, man, the face-off. All right, yeah, 2020 Rapzilla. What? You slick. Yo, is that what he said? You
yeah, because I'm like, he's gonna have to shoot us
Latina
a Latin video so he can show us how it's done.
Oh, got you.
So that's what I'm
all
saying.
The tricks of the trade.
Yeah, because he's like, the video's
to try to get the video.
So I'm like, all right, then show me.
Shoot the artist a freebie.
Show me, D.
Yo, D-Nice.
Show me.
We're gonna give you exposure, man.
Yeah, yo, God is telling me.
Yo, D-Nice, God is telling me
to provide this video.
You need to do this video.
God is gonna open up doors for you if you do this video.
Yo,
for us
trust
at no
me,
charge.
Bro.
Okay,
it's gonna be exposure. This is for ministry.
You know what? I'll allow you.
I'll allow you.
Logo on
like
it,
that one?
so that way God can manifest in your logo to all those who see it.
It's messed up if there's real people trying to do that stuff. Man.
People do that. What do you mean?
That's crazy.
I've heard this is like based off real testimonies.
All right, 2020 Reader's Choice Artist of the Year, KB. Shout out to KB.
KB's killing it right now.
Here were the Artists of the Year nominees. It was Aaron Cole, Andy Mineo, Dayton The Truth, Ishan Burgundy, Gavi, Jared Sanders, John Keefe, KB, Lecrae, No Big Deal, Paris Charis, Social Club Misfits, and One Day.
Yeah, super dope, man.
what
Shout out
we
to
got?
Rapzilla. I actually heard oh my goodness, on Beat Music talking about at Rapzilla's awards that it would be dope if they actually handed out like real, awards. Like you guys should do that. So if Rapzilla, y'all listening, man, it's a request. It's been requested by On Beat, and if it's by On Beat, it needs to happen.
On Beat, mute. Shout out to On Beat too, man. Love that brother,
man. He's hilarious.
He was on a show a few episodes back. Always giving love, man. Going on to the Rapzilla Critique Fridays. Album of the year. We got
you all kinds of foul.
In the bodega.
He said Gil is gonna be in the bodega in the Latina video, rocking a pastel guayabera.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. We gotta make this happen, please.
Well, we do got a song.
Who got ties with Angie?
That's on the tuck right now.
That
what he's talking about, the pastel guayabera.
You know what we could do?
That's the old school Puerto Rico type shirts, the button up joints.
Yeah.
But he's saying with a pastel color joint, you know what I'm saying? With the fedora to the side, you know what I'm saying?
We could always take her video, cut it up, and just do our own.
I'll do it, and I got the hairy chest to poke out.
We can do it,
to poke out the you know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
I can even take out the afro pick and
let's do it, Matt Bootleg, where you can see like the little light thing in the back spinning, like you can see it in the room.
You're gonna remind me of white chicks.
You can see the little DJ light thing in the back. Juanita, Guantanamera.
¿Por qué? I could do it.
All right, so we got Album of the Year, KB again. His Glory Alone. Oh, I don't know why
that's just fitting.
Perfect.
Especially after the Guayabera.
New Artist of the Year, Hovey. Woman Spotlight Artist of the Year. Shout out to AI, the Anomaly, who was just on with us. Shout out to you. Well deserved.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Keep doing your thing. Breakout Artist of the Year, Miles Minnick. Shout out to you.
For real.
Come on, keep these.
There's a lot of artists.
What's up? All right, we'll drop that.
You gotta update it.
EP Mixtape of the Year. We got Andy Mineo, Happy Thoughts. Fire project.
Super fire.
Single of the Year, Feeling Like...
Single of the Year.
No, just
feeling like... No, I'm just kidding. Because
I'm playing. Look, KB is getting too many of these rewards.
Yo, I feel like in the awards, they just wrote KB mad big and just put all the awards right next to it because it's literally he won every single one. He's like Album of the Year, Album of the Century, Album of the Universe, Album. I'm like, this dude is taking over the planet.
What did KB have?
It's like President of the United States.
Voted.
I'm like, how did KB become the president?
I want to see who voted on that. All right, so KB Armies. Yeah. Shout out to KB.
Yeah, well, based on all the awards, he definitely sounds like he has an army.
Music Video of the Year. Again, KB. 10K. Look at that.
Surprise, surprise.
Hey, you're putting in work, right?
He did. No, he putting in work. He put in work.
What's going to happen?
I'm just saying, it's just like,
Visual Branding of the Year. Wait, time out.
Visual Branding of the Year. I feel like I was made up. Rapzilla, hold on. How y'all getting these titles from?
Guess who they gave it to? Lecrae Restoration. They were like, yo, how do we give Lecrae one?
How do we give? We gotta give
Visual Branding of the Year. No.
Best dreads on an album. Lecrae.
Fish and best. Yo,
it's like, wait a minute.
And he cut his hair.
Best dreads.
And he cut his hair.
And he got a fade. Since when does he have the best dreads?
How did he
that was
get that
so
one?
yesterday.
How did he get? Yo,
and he still got an award.
Visual. Okay, shout out to Lecrae. You got the Visual Branding of the Year, bro. Influencer of the Year, Ruslan.
Oh, of
Wait,
course.
let me hear the nominees. We got DJ. Oh man, how you say this dude's name?
Who?
Michael V. DJ Michael V. Am I saying that right? And am I pronouncing that right? Where's Jimmy? Aaron Knight, Joshua Williams, On Beat Music.
Yeah, yo.
And Ruslan. Well deserved.
Yeah,
Ruslan.
They put in work.
Yeah.
I'm seeing.
I would say.
On Beat Music and Ruslan on my feed all the time. So it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
You've often referred to Ruslan as like the Gary V of CHH.
He is, yeah, because he's very into like the success and having the right mindset and understanding the business side of things, and so yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy said Lecrae beat Maria for visual branding. Facts, bro. I agree with that. Yup.
Lecrae beat Maria. Maria se fue.
So Ruslan, yep, the Gary V of CHH. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, he's like in that bag. So I'm glad he exists, because there's a lot of people who don't understand the business side of things, and you don't understand that you can actually make money as an influencer. You can make money as a CHH artist, and he's living proof of that, because he's making money off his music and his platform. So I'm glad that he exists, you know, and clearly he's been putting in work. He's winning awards.
Label Collective of the Year, Reach Records. Shout out to Reach Records.
Yep.
You can't hate on the consistency.
Nope. And you can't hate on the fact that they're the only.
They're putting in the work, bro. They're not the only. The
big one. I'm saying, like,
the nominees were Culture Villains, God Over Money, Reflection Music Group, Streetlight Sounds, and World 45. Producer of the Year, Derek Minor.
Dope.
Maybe I've been out the loop. I don't know.
I didn't know he was a producer.
Or was that another one like, yo, we got to give him... No, because I would have thought it was on beat music, man. He was making all kinds of noise.
He may be next year.
On beat has been killing it. But then again, I'm probably thinking like influence being, you know, he has the show Critique Fridays.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he's probably gonna win that next year, because he's been putting in crazy work.
So dope to all the winners. Congrats to everybody. KB killed it. Hey, he putting his work in. Why? What time did we go to? I forgot how.
9:30.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, it's 9:40.
Man, we over the time.
Way over.
All right, so what else we got, man? That's it. We over our time.
We also got love. Oh yeah,
man. I was gonna talk about Paramount Plus. I was gonna talk a little bit about.
We can save it for next week, or we can talk about it now. Whatever you want to do, bro.
Well, I'll just say real quick, ViacomCBS is launching streaming service Paramount Plus on March 4th. That pretty much means MTV, Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, BET, all the Paramount Pictures, CBS, all that stuff is being stripped from all the other platforms, and they're strictly going on Paramount Plus. So here comes the beginning of streaming wars, and everybody taking ownership of their content.
If you thought streaming was cheaper, it is now going to be the same price as cable.
Pretty much with all
you got to get 15 different streaming services to get every show that you want.
That's a very creative way to completely level the playing field when it comes to like streaming services like
all
Netflix,
these people are like, we're leaving, we're going to do a streaming
Prime.
service. So all these other platforms are like, all right, fine, then we leaving and we going to create our own platform.
Yep.
Even owning characters, because you got Disney Plus that took all Marvel characters from Netflix that are not allowed to be used in Netflix no more, even to characters, because it's not just a show. It's like characters can't be used.
So I was going to talk about that. We were going to talk about China economy grows despite the pandemic.
Of course.
A little over 2% last year. Likely to be the only major economy to do so as the United States, Japan, and Europe struggles to get on top of rising infections.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it. And if y'all hate me for it, it's fine. I'll take it. I'll take the heat. But apparently us Europeans and Americans, we just don't care. Because the difference between us and China is China, they use masks even when they have a regular sickness because etiquette. They're just like, you know what? I'm sick, so I'm going to wear this mask just to make sure nobody else gets it because I have this culture that.
So you're saying wear the mask at all times?
Not all times, but if you're sick and you're out in public talking to people into their face, you should wear a mask because you don't know if you have it and you're, asymptomatic. You don't know if they have it and they're asymptomatic. So out of common courtesy, like, it's probably wise to wear a mask. You know what I'm saying? And you could argue all day and say, no, it doesn't work, blah, 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 blah. But China is already back to their normal, pretty much normal. And it came from there. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, I don't know what will.
Well, wouldn't you think there would be a delay because they didn't just automatic, like it started there, but then it sort of ended. Now it's our turn to go through the process to end it as well. Don't you think?
Facts. That's what I'm saying. And it all comes down to following the directions, following, what the guidelines are, so that way we can get back to normalcy.
Giving up your freedoms.
But I'm not saying give up your freedoms, because I think that there are taking
it also comes down to giving up your freedoms.
I think they're taking it overboard in a lot of different areas.
Hiding under your tables.
Especially for businesses, the way they're conducting the shutdowns, I don't agree with. But regarding like the normal people who are living their day-to-day lives, like, dude, just go to Walmart and I guarantee you'll see a few people not wearing masks, walking around, talking to people, just not caring. And it's like, this is the reason why the numbers keep going up.
Yep.
Because people are not following the rules. Just follow the rules for a little while and it'll go away. But people just don't care, you know? And the numbers don't lie. How is it that it came from China and in record time, like, they are back to normal and we're still losing people? We're still losing people. It's like up to 400,000 now. Deaths.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the numbers ain't right. I know that the doctors are just putting on COVID if they have COVID, even though they died from something else. But just because they had COVID, it gets slapped on. I know the numbers ain't 100% accurate, but we're still losing people. That's a fact. Whether it's to only COVID or multiple illnesses or whatever, we're still losing people. So please just follow the rules, and hopefully this will go away sooner than later.
And we were talking about the Parler app, which is back up. So you kind of like shocked me because you kind of went with the Democratic agenda, and now,
no, because I disagree
the
with how they're handling the business aspects of it. I don't think they're handling that right.
So you're flip flopping left and right here. So
no,
now the
Parler
app is back. So what do you? Well, not.
Oh, Wesley's asking, do you think China's reporting true numbers? It's possible they could be lying.
That's a good question.
It's possible they could be lying. I'm not gonna say that they're 100% accurate, but at the same time, you can literally look there because they have camera views of recordings of how they're living their life right now. And it's pretty much back to normal. Where if you look at right now, go to New York and look at a news reporting of New York, and it's still ghost town. Ghost town. You could go to businesses, ghost town. You can go to restaurants, all these places, and it's ghost town.
Spooky.
But you go to China and they could be lying, but they look like they're back to normal.
It's a fake flex.
They look like they're completely back to normal. As far as their economy, yeah, they could be lying. But the fact that everybody's back to work and everybody's going back to business kind of proves that they are doing well because nobody's at home.
So it's not that the Parler app is back, as the website's back up, I guess. So it's still not on.
They found another server or something like that?
Yeah, and they're saying that it's ran by Russians, and now they're trying to make
shady.
it like they're saying that it's like extremists on the far right.
Well, they were kind of extreme when they were regular platform. Like, there was a lot of questionable things on there.
Really? I thought you were like...
Well, that was the reason why they got... It was easily removed, because it wasn't just Republican views. Like, there was also like KKK people on there. There was like all types of crazy, and it was unfiltered.
So my question is, what do you do with every single platform that everybody uses to get their groups together and communicate their stuff? Like, what do you shut?
I think that
you shut everything down.
I think that hate groups and
you shut
stuff
the
like
hate
that
group
should
down.
be shut down.
But they have that on Facebook too. They got
but they didn't have that in
Parler,
Parler, and that's the reason why they got easily shut down.
What do you mean?
Because they had hate groups that weren't being filtered.
You telling me that there's no hate groups on other platforms?
It's possible. I'm
That's
not going to say there isn't. But you just said that they're not allowing hate groups on Facebook and stuff like that. They cutting them out, like KKK.
Who decides what's like considered hate and what's like considered not? Like, who decides all that?
Well, they have a specific set of rules, which is why a lot of people's platforms got shut down, because if you go against their set of rules, which it talks about violence,
It's weird because they've been coming at Facebook forever for their stuff. Like, you got to tell us all the information. You got to give us all the data.
Which I agree.
And they're like, nope.
I agree.
Nope.
They should have transparency as far as the data that they're collecting from us. I agree. I think that should be open to be vetted and checked out. Like, how are they using this data? Are they selling this data? Are they manipulating this data? You know what I mean? Like, what is happening? That I agree with. But as far as Parler goes, like, they did have stuff that was not being filtered, and it was like straight up obvious hate. Like, like like I said, like KKK.
So what happens if they text each other? Do they go after AT&T? Because it's your services that you're providing for me to send these messages through your service provider?
Well, I would ask you this. If you were the owner of the platform and you saw a group planning a violent thing on your platform and you had the ability to stop it.
Does that apply for like phone companies too? Do they have people monitoring like every single text message?
I believe they do. I think they got keywords that if you're saying like, the BOMB word, and you're talking about planning something, I think that will come straight up into the feed, and they'll be listening in.
So then you're already under the impression that we're being monitored. That's it. End of story.
Oh yeah, I don't think we
done. Done deal.
If you really think you're not being monitored, you're crazy. Done. And if you read your
everybody knows everything.
If you read all the, especially like just the fact of look,
everybody knows everything.
If you Google something and you go on Facebook and you see the thing that you got Googled,
or you're being
monitored.
Or how about you talk about it? How about you have a conversation in the car about it?
That happens
and then
to
you
me
scroll through your phone
the
and you're like, yo.
I've been talking about wife and like, yo, babe, we probably should get a new stroller, huh? What do you think? Look, yeah, this stroller looks a little bit small for the kids. Yeah. Go on Facebook. Oh, new strollers. What? Why are there strollers in my feed?
Imagine
I never searched strollers in my life.
In the future,
and now there's strollers on my Facebook feed, and they're listening. Come on.
In the future, it's gonna be what do you call them? Drones with the products.
Facts.
Like,
exactly what's happening.
A stroller, Gil.
That's already happening.
Oh, thanks.
You didn't know that's happening?
Just swipe with your
They're
hand.
already piloting that in certain certain states.
The drones come over. I heard you wanted
the
this.
drones drop off your Amazon package.
Hey,
like that's happening.
I heard you wanted a new, and they just dangle it right in front of you. I heard you wanted a new.
Oh, you almost got it.
Do you want this studio? No,
do you want a
full blown studio and a drone?
It's a microphone.
It's like, come get it.
It comes and records the whole track for you, and it's like, here's how it sounds. Do you want to get it?
Do you want your next album?
We mixed it and mastered for you.
Mixed and mastered. Do you want this successful career? It's like it's a career. It's a full career.
It's a career.
It's a full career.
You're stupid.
You could just buy this career.
It's your career. It's literally your career.
All the way to retirement.
Look, you're growing old.
Look at you got amazing children.
Grandchildren in this one?
Nah, all right. Yeah, I guess we're out of time.
It's almost 10 o'clock, man. We gotta go.
We're good. I hope you guys had a good time, man. It was dope having AI the Anomaly. I can't believe the time went that fast. It was dope having you back, bro, man. I'm looking forward to it.
That's the reason why we're late right now.
I know, man. It's been a minute.
I missed this.
It's been a minute. So we're gonna
miss y'all.
We're gonna it's real. Yeah, facts, man. I love y'all. I love y'all every week, man. It feels like 2 weeks because you were gone last week. So it feels like
it was 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it feels for me like I had last week off too.
Oh, see that? That's disrespectful, Jay.
Nah, Jimmy's my dude.
He said when you were on, it felt like a day off.
No, because when Jimmy was on, Jimmy held it down.
That's what
I was
you
disconnected.
Said.
Jimmy was holding it down
off
like a
while you were on the show, taking time out of your day to be on the show.
Jimmy held down that whole.
He said, "Man, last week felt like a day off."
It did because Jimmy came
like I didn't even interview anyone.
I didn't have to do anything. It's like, yo, Jimmy's killing it. I just served him up, and I was like, wow, this dude really knows his stuff.
See, that's how you know we have a podcast.
We never know our
stuff.
stuff.
Dope save. That was a dope save.
Shout out to the Christian podcast. That's not Christian podcast. They have real information over there.
They're the reason. They're the reason they have that show because they looked at our show and said that's not Christian.
We're gonna have this show just because that one is not Christian.
That's not Christian, so we should have our show.
We love y'all. Till next week, we're gonna finish up with AI the Anomaly Preach music video. Be on the lookout for AI the Anomalies album dropping next week. Souls Acrylic, January 29th. And if you guys missed the interview, I highly recommend that you go back and check it out. Dope artist. Here is Preach. Till next week, grace and peace. We love y'all. AI the Anomaly Preach.
Learn something, teach something, make a stack, take that, flip that, give it back. Learn something, teach something, make a stack, take that, flip that, give it back. You don't work, don't eat, don't sleep till you get it. When you feel it, let it breathe. Preach. Yeah, I like to take my time with it, vibe with it. I be sitting on these bars sipping fine linen, ink spilling when I drop rhythm. Time ticking, gripping pistols, my metallic pencil. Lines given, iron when it hit the cerebellum. Plot thickens, in the serum dripping, sick condition. Who you telling? Better not be COVID. 7 knots we open. Buried bondage, 6 feet, reach deep, see? Finna learn you something. That's that burn you bumping. Flames, finna catch you up in. I'm fluid, torch the light. Ain't no match for youngins. AI only yay high, but flow by with the cross. Carry team like I'm AI. No verse, son. Mommy bars in a booth. Get your work done. Better not be tripping. You got juice? That's cool. I own the kitchen. So when you done with your cup, better wash them dishes. Learn something, teach something. Make a stack, take that, flip that, give it back. Learn something, teach something. Make a stack, take that, flip that, give it back. You don't work, don't eat, don't sleep till you get it. When you feel it, let it breathe. Preach. Do I have your attention? Good. Yeah, I'm used to minding my business. Keep my calm till kingdom come, leash up my feelings. Sleep is fun until Reaper come like a crime dealer. Snatch your purpose like purses packed up with bomb killer. I know a lot on that time ticking, the block fickle. They straps snapped and they crackle backs when they pop pistols. Bodies dropping, the popular stock up high figures. It's catastrophic, no better topic than smash women. Kill a villain, then pop a pillin' and numb the feeling, then get a milli. Like who you kidding, really? My tits and body can get me a Maserati. Really? Drop the panties, unleash the wop, and then watch the Elgie. Hard to knock it if it's empowerment. That's silly. Why not call it what it is? But that's tricky, kid. Just stick with the fact you wanna win. I get it. Everybody got a plan in their back pocket to gain profit. They claim topics enticing the main target. They aim, lock it, then bang, cock it. Got them bobbing and tranced out from the screen. They feasting on paid jargon. Preach, make no excuse. Better own what you teach. I pray you see through propaganda. Hope you question is cheap. Meanwhile, I be on this field teaching truth while sipping my tea. I tell my youngins to be cautious. Keep your focus is key. I hope they learn something, teach something. Make a stack, take that, flip that, give it back.
You're listening on the podcast. Be sure to check out my Facebook music page, Marrio Esco 1. Again, 2 R's in my name, the number 1 at the end, Marrio Esco 1. Be sure to like and follow that page because I like to give updates on who I'll be interviewing and leave a description on what we'll be talking about. And I also like the real-time one-on-one back and forth interaction. If you don't have the time to join us on Facebook Live, be sure to check out my podcast. It's called Marrio Esco Live, 2 R's in my name. Again, you'll see the white silhouette of myself with the cross underneath. Be sure to subscribe to that and follow the link as well to whatever podcast you're using or however you're receiving the podcast, and leave us a review. We love to hear feedback. You can also hit me up at music@marrioesco.com and just hit me up with some feedback and ways that we can improve the show or the things that you like and enjoy. Any type of feedback will be highly appreciated. Grace and peace.